Hey people, Intro here, 53, Catherine, Purification Plant, Blue Team. We got some Eldar in it. Here's Reprobate with a Farseer support hero fighting in melee with some powerful buffs and control abilities. Other Eldar player is Wolfguard's Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default. Great for capping and harassing with some powerful control. Alongside them, Alexandro as a Commando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter. Red team got some Space Marines. BegamanX is a Techmarine, starts off with a bolt gun, can support with structures and repair. We got some Blood Ravens here alongside Klaus Schwab, also known as Overtly generous Orks and Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default. Begins with a heal, a passive health regeneration aura. Rounding off the teams, Deathclaw as a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support fighting in melee begins with a refractive shield. This is the Catechin's elite scheme. Bandanas for everyone. Contested victory point here then towards the west side. Looks like kind of a 2v2 fight. Overtly has sent their Marines here. Commando Knob also here. Lord Commissar chasing down some Guardians. Here comes Sluggers and the Apothecary himself. Western contested wreck points around here. Guardsmen building some cover. Almost called them Catechins there. And they've run. They've fled. Overtly now versus two players with tactical Marines and an Apothecary. Their only goal here is to stop a power bash, basically. They can't really push back against this right now. Back towards the east side. Look at this. Warp Spider Exarch has fallen over. Techmarine barely makes it out on single digits hit points. Must have been a very close fight they had. Double cap here for the blue team early on. Oh, Tactical Marines dropping a model. Taking huge amounts of damage from that melee Commando knob there. Apothecary into some shooter boys now. Commando knob does get away with the assassin's knife. Sluggers trying to get some power down. Taking a bunch of lasgun fire. Double guardsman and a sentinel here for Deathclaw. And here comes some actual Catechin devils. A batch to node, but they can't decap it right now. There's a triple cap for the blue team. Strong start for them, although Wolfguard did drop their Warp Spider on this east side. Here comes Sluggers now to mess with the Marines of BegamanX, who has double attacks, by the way. Shotgun blast came in and helped him out. And Sluggers flee. Nice little assist, though, over there by Alexandro, who has double Sluggers, by the way, and single shooter boys. And here comes a Pain Boy to help out those Sluggers. Still pressure on the power is there. They've rebuilt the node. Farseer had a little go at it. Here's a Guardian Weapon team now with a Shuriken Cannon to suppress these units if they get into this limited firing arc. And as an opponent, you cannot see this firing arc, but you can take some guesses as to where it is. 2-1 cap now. Back towards the east side. Techmarine on the prowl. They have some quite low-level tactical Marines there. Need to be careful. Going for a power bash. Looks like, speaking of power bash, Overtly has a flamer on their tactical Marines. But here comes the sneaky Commando to stab them to death. Because it looks like he's going straight for the Apothecary there. Nope. Apothecary runs and goes after the attacks. And look at the damage that knife is doing. Hasn't used Assassinate yet either. Crunching him. Kills one. Painful knife. Double Sluggers don't go after them though. Techmarine's gone down. Here's the Lord Commissar rotating mid with Aura of Discipline to help and heal nearby allies. Catechin devils eating a grenade flush there, but they do survive it. Just left a bunch of blood behind. 1-1 cap. VP lead still for blue team, of course. The west side is indeed turning blue, and they're pushing up the eastern edge as well, where a natural power is, of course. There's a double tax. It's got to stay the hell away from this Commando. Seems super dangerous. Has a better combat kit for more health and health regen. That was the high-powered shot from a mastercrafted bolt gun. Suppressing that Commando did a big chunk of damage. They also have Bionics. And he's just idle now. There we go. He's moving. Bionics powerful sweep, going to be helpful against those double sluggers if they get close, I guess. Red team have the west side back thanks to Deathclaw. Where's that pain boy? There it is. Got a damage over time melee weapon and can heal allied orcs with some orky git sauce, they call it. I guess they take a swig. I'm not sure if they take a swig or he just throws it at them or something. Sentinel barely gets out. Does have the ground pound. Range is up on the field, by the way, for Wolfguard. Taking some shots at the Techmarine, who leaves. Promptly leaves. Overtly gets on the power. Always finds a way to get onto the power. This is the southwest natural power of the blue team. Tries to finish off the shooters. Didn't quite see them in time. Got them really low, and now, because of that slight delay, the Orks can come and defend. Alexandro goes after them with the melee Kommando and the pain boy, and there's some Eldar getting some support now though from Deathclaw. Scouts coming in, Catechism's coming in, Lord Commissar is here. Catechism shotgun the pain boy or something. There's a defensive smoke grenade going up. Overtly still in play here. Pain boy pretty low. Some good old stabbing then from the Lord Commissar, who then runs. There's full auto on the Commando's face, and looks like Red Team doing a great job between them here, Deathclaw and Overtly, to get this power bash going. Didn't panic retreat. Had good movement. Picked their targets well. I think they have been overwhelmed though. I thought they were going to get the node down at least. Just couldn't quite get rid of those Orc units quickly enough. Attacks flee. They didn't drop a model though, and the other units are still in play, so they're able to get out. Grenade barrage on the Eldar. Sugar Boy's looking for some Daka. Catechism's got a heal there from the Apothecary. 2-1 for red. Shuriken needs to get forward, of course. Back towards the east side, we have shotgun scouts with a sergeant grabbing contested power on the eastern edge. Techmarine going for refractor field in tier 2, queued up already. Howling Banshees on the prowl for Wolfguard. Power melee squad. Aspect of strength is up. Any war gear for Wolfguard. Power blades are queued up. How much are they again? 30 power for those things. Scouts are overtly getting away with 2 models. They do have their sergeant and shotguns as well, I think. Shotguns? Yeah, they have shotguns. There's some repairs for the Sentinel. Deathclaw maybe looking to push through the mid. Red team do have the contested power here with a single gen, but maybe not for long. Blue team now swarming it and grabbing contested victory point. Alexandro doing a good job splitting in general here. Tactical Marines have a sergeant for overtly generous. He's got a bolt pistol and chainsword, and he knows how to use them. That bolt pistol does more DPS than the actual bolt guns of the other tactical Marines. I guess he's got a really good aim or something, shoots you in the neck or something. Howling Banshees have their Exarch now in tier 2 with this fancy spear. Perhaps we'll see some Ogrins from Deathclaw. We see some missiles and some fire. Did they power bash? They tried to power bash. Overtly rotating towards the west, but they're being chased by some melee Orks, and this melee Commando has been a real menace. There's Purification Rights heal. Now have stick bombs on that Commando if it wasn't dangerous enough already. Apothecary getting quite low, using a little bit of advanced healing. Need some help from these guardsmen. There we go. There's the stomp. Good stomp. Some more advanced healing, but the tact did drop a model. Can they get on the power bash? They cannot. Guide on the Shuriken. Down goes the Sentinel. Tank Busters getting it done. I hear Banshees yelling. Over on the east side they're yelling. And I'm not sure if anything was bashed, but they got rid of the stuff there. Contested power on the east side is now red. Did they not steal the mid? Oh, these guys took it back maybe. I don't think so, because that's still noded. Double warp spiders for Reprobate. Catechisms That's not Catachans, those are guardsmen dressed as Catachans, barely getting away. The actual Catachan devils get away. Manticore strike. Seems like a pretty effective one there to start off. Kommando gets full auto to the face and gets in on the tactical marines. That was weird, he seemed to get stunned again there. Double warp spiders are up. Tier 3 for Overtly and for BegamanX. There's some advanced healing. And looks like they've got a good chunk of red here, Begaman. So we could see Terminators quickly or a Venerable dropped in. Overtly does not have a good chunk of red, so he may see a rare tank from Overtly Generous. 430 to 299. East side. Warthog gets a fancy special attack. We've got some Stone Guard veterans there for Begaman. Oh, and all of a sudden, a melee Techmarine. We did see the Bionics earlier. Refractor field is up, and now they've gone Axe of the Mechanicum instead of that Marshall crafted bolt gun. Can they time a good, powerful sweep on these Banshees here? I think they should leave their shield down for now if they're not being attacked to get some energy regen. Banshee's getting torn apart by this Techmarine here. Stayed in play for a long time, but they have got out. We have essentially a melee Warp Spider Exarch now, of course, but they still keep their dual Death Spinners. Over on the west side, blue team pushing through. Tax barely made it out. It's Plasma Cannon for Overtly. Catachan Devils are going to whack double Warp Spiders. And when they get double Haywires, that Manticore is going to be in big trouble. Red team under huge pressure on the west side. Fast teching here, all three players. We'll see if it pays off. Grenades. Power bashing grenades. Got a node, and they got a power gen down. There's mines dropped in by Deathclaw. Nothing here able to spot those mines, by the way. Manticore can use that to set the mines off and suppress things and do a bit more damage. Didn't get really good shots there, but they got rid of the Eldar. Pain Boy needs to run. There we go. Plasma Cannon is indeed up for Overtly. And they're getting on their way to get their Terminators. 233 red. Perhaps we'll see the Land Raider first. Techmarine level 4. Scouts not needed to cap there. They're going to move on. In fact, the Scouts of BegamanX are going to maybe get a triple here. Red team are also on the west side. Fast capping tactical marines are on it. At least going to be a double, I think. Eastern edge. That could be, yes, it is a Venerable Dreadnought for Begaman. Unique to the Techmarine. A melee monster with 1750 hit points that can also charge. Decimating these Howling Banshees. Are they going to get out? Looks like they've made it. Stone Guard using their Hellfire rounds here, by the way. The Tactical Marines barely make it out. Techmarine wasn't here to help. Shotgun Scouts exploding some things. Beautiful grenade from Overtly. Kills the Warp Spider on retreat there. Back towards the west side. Manticore really far forward. But those guys do not have their Haywires. Down goes the Apothecary. Tank Busters going after the Manticore. Double Tank Busters. Tax in trouble. And Tax run. 377 to 237. These are Terminators from Overtly, I think. Yep, Terminators are in. Baneblade on the way. Stormlord, sorry, on the way for Deathclaw. Down goes the Lord Commissar. Oh no. Overtly is also down. And they don't have the red for Laramans anymore. Spent it all on their Terminators. Getting their Cyclone Missile Launcher up. No vehicles on the enemy team though. Maybe they should have got that heavy flamer going. There's some time field action. Manticore trying to stay alive. Yep, double tank busters are power bashing, so it should be okay. Apothecary back to their feet, repurchased, and gets the revive. And then goes sprinting towards the west side. Lord Commissar Messing up the Commando, who's been awesome this game, that Commando. Sluggers. No upgraded Sluggers. Chasing some Terminators here. We're trying to finish off Tank Busters. Couldn't quite get it. These are Commandos coming in from the global bar of Alexandro. Cyclone Missile Launcher doing some good anti-infantry damage there, as you can see. Good disruption and surprisingly good damage against infantry, which is maybe why it's basically always purchased by Overtly, because it's pretty good all round, really. Venerable Dreadnought does have Dark Age of Technology, up to 50 hit points by default. At level 2 though, 25. Fire Dragons having a go. The Venerable is backed up by Stern Guard and Tax though, so I think he feels safe. Nasty grenade though. Stern Guard switching to Kraken Bolts, which will be effective against the heavy infantry of the Fire Dragons. Commando being sneaky. What's he up to? Oh, there's the Warp Spider to revive. Maybe that's what they're up to. Red team taking west side. More Catachan Devils on the way for Deathclaw, and they have that Stormlord up. Heading towards the west side, I think. I hear a time field, but we'll stick to the east side for now. Venerable Dreadnought, yeah, needs to back off, I think. Commando goes down, but that's a Nob squad, and that's Tank Busters. And a Commando squad with a rocket launcher too. Maybe they could get some help from these scouts. Can you chuck a grenade or shotgun blast? There's a shotgun blast. Looks like Blessing of the Omnissiah is up. Good grenade from the scouts too. Beautiful grenade from BegamanX. Techmarine can also repair, of course, and disrupt the Nob squad with a powerful sweep. Maybe. There it is. And the Venerable is saved. Well played by Begaman. I'm not sure. I don't think Blessing of the Omnissiah was needed, but repairs are always nice. GG says Reprobate. GG says Deathclaw. What happened? Reprobate doesn't like their chances on the west side, I think, against the Stormlord. They do have Haywire on one of those Warp Spiders now. And they are in tier 3. But they aren't close to a nuke. Reprobate now has Fist of Brockus. Oh, Venerable. What happened? It seemed to be safe. It has survived. It's level 4 now too. Double grenades going in from the Eldar, and they are dodged by Begaman. Melee Techmarine has been fun to see. The melee Commando has also been awesome. Has got revived. Oh, but the Warp Spider went down, reviving him, I think. 313 to 178 on the VPs. Over on the west side. Lord Commissar sprinting through. Red team really seem to have stabilized now. But we'll see what happens when Alexandro comes west side with all their anti-vehicle stuff and their knobs against that Stormlord, sorry. Anti-core strikings. There's the None Shall Fall from Fist of Brockus. Tier 3 for Wolfguard there, last player to go. Nice grenade on those guards and almost wiped them out. And those double Warp Spiders doing some good DPS. They need to get their double Haywires, right? Haven't got it on these guys yet. Reprobate may have something in mind that they're saving up for, which is what could be why. Decent grenade by Overtly. Double Warp Spiders teleporting to a really strange position if they're not gonna Haywire. There it is. Now they need to run. I think they should have saved that for when the Orks turned up. Techmarine under pressure. Got caught rotating mid by the Eldar. Eldar can now get finish that power bash and then go to the VP maybe. Or swarm the west side, which looks like they're going to do. Nob squad with new jammers and Nob leader putting pressure on those Terminators. Can put pressure on anything with a Nob squad, of course. Eldar chasing Stern Guard veterans. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for BegamanX. Deathclaw has double catechins here. Looks like the Stern Guard got away. There's Cyclone on the VP. Decent little push from Alexandro. I think they do well to try and get another Nob Squad out, but it's easier said than done. Kommando goes down. They can drop a Rocks, and Wolfguard can drop an Eldritch Storm. And if they drop them both, it's basically the Storm Lord's done for, especially if there's a Nob Squad running in afterwards. Yeah, I'm not sure what Reprobate is saving up for. Maybe an Avatar, actually. Red team's natural VP got decapped by Howling Banshees, looks like, and they take it back. Techmarine is going to get revived. Going to see a level 7 Apothecary. If not now, then pretty soon. There it is. There's the level 7. And they do have advanced healing. Wolfguard telling their teammates they have a loot. There's double Haywire. And there's a Bright Lance. And there's a Time Field. And there's an Eldritch. And there's a Rocks. Can they get this Stormlord down? I think so. Unless they can stop this Bright Lance quickly. Down goes the Stormlord. Bright Lance also gets away safely. Some Manticore striking, which I think missed. And the Nob Squad on the warpath going for the Terminators, I think. Sluggers having to run. Might be worth upgrading those Sluggers to make that little melee swarm a bit scarier, but only do so much with your resources. Nob Squad are fighting the Lord. Commissar is doing a good job trying to tank him. And that was a Purification Rites heal, I think. Or was that just a special? Nob Squad maybe overstaying it a bit. The Nob Leader gets away. You have a Fire Prism from Wolfguard and a Seer Council on the way for Reprobate. Warp Spider Exarch is down on the eastern side. And there's the Land Raider Redeemer. 196 to 168. It's a close game now. There's Time Field again. Such a fantastic tool to have in a team game. Shutting down attacks and slowing down enemies. There's the level 4 Venerable Dreadnought. 26, 29 hit points. Right, Lance getting a few shots on that Land Raider. That Land Raider will be a retreat point for the red team if they activate it as such. They can also reinforce off it and get some health regen. It's a great support vehicle for a 3v3. Right, Lance. Does it really get away? Cyclone Missile Launcher says no. Here comes the Seer Council though. Going in kind of isolated here. I think they should have waited. Yeah, it wasn't worth throwing the Seer Council in. I mean, they can't see what we can see, but they should have known the Land Raider was around. And here come Orks, again a little bit isolated. I think they need to peel away from the west side and maybe push the mid a bit. Begaman has it in a spot where it can support the mid, but it's also a little bit more vulnerable with attacks that can come from more angles than if they had it on the eastern edge. Kommando Nob runs. Fire Prism gets some long range shots in. Fire Dragons are shooting the Techmarine here. Good damage to all targets with their fusion guns. Alexandro is struggling to get another unit out. Having to reinforce quite a lot, I think. Red team looking quite strong now that that Land Raider's come out. That is Doom, is it? Yep, that's Doom on the Commissar. But he's alright. Banshees have found some Stern Guard. Stern Guard trying to use Vengeance rounds to take down the Fire Prism. Oh, the Techmarine has switched to a Melter Gun. He's just going to get all the weapons, apparently. That was a powerful sweep on the Banshees, if you're wondering why they all fell over. Could use it while he was laying on the ground, apparently. That's some powerful sweep. Double Terminators now for Overtly Generous. Double Cyclone. Almost got the Fire Prism. Seems to just use fired in blindly there over where the Fire Prism, where they thought it was. Burner bombs. And then they flee. Where is that Nob Squad right now? They are healing up at base. It's a big time field, 101 to 168. Venerable still around that core guy. Can't get a ranged weapon. I mean, when you have 26, 29 hit points, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you can't get a ranged weapon. Blue team pinned back. Hasn't stopped the Warp Spider trying to grab the VP from the red team though. Get some shotguns for his trouble. Blue team need to form up and go in together. They are going in drips and drabs. It's really hard not to. You feel like you're under time pressure all the time. Dreadnought survives for now. Getting repaired by some guardsmen. Land Raider being aggressive. There's that frag assault. They can't cap the contested VP back if they can't get there. There's an Eldritch. Does hit the Land Raider a few times. But I'm not sure if they can finish it off. Fire Prism is getting shots in. Howling Banshees are wiped by a Storm Bolt of Fire. Nob Squad. Oh, they don't go for the Land Raider. It's a double cap against them. Overtly on the VP here. Double Cyclone. That is so much anti-infantry damage. Huge amounts. Triple cap for red team. I think they have this game. They just couldn't all get together for like one big fight, the blue team, towards the end there. They always felt under pressure to get towards the VPs and stuff. There's the concession of the blue team at a level 5 Farseer. We have a level 4 Kommando down at the end. And a level 2 Warp Spider Exarch down at the end. Techmarine level 8. Had all the weapons. Level 9 Apothecary with some advanced healing going on, and a level 7 Lord Commissar. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.